This is the Roller and the Stroller podcast. I'm Josiah, the roller, and I was born with cerebral palsy and navigate the world in a wheelchair alongside my best friend Kelly, the stroller.
In this podcast, we discuss living with a disability, adapting to surroundings in a wheelchair, and the challenges we face together. We talk about things like going to concerts, traveling, everyday tasks, and sports.
But also get into deeper topics like religion, self-talk, medical needs, and some of the frustrations of using a wheelchair. We will give insight on how to enjoy life with a disability
and share advice on how to understand someone with a disability.
Welcome to the Roller and the Stroller.
This podcast is a Sidewallstudios production. Hey everybody, welcome to the Roller and the Stroller.
Hello, my name is Josiah. I'm your resident roller.
And I am Kelly, and I am the stroller, and welcome. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about sports, which is going to be really, really fun. However, we messed up.
Have some corrections. If you have listened to our concert episode, we made some errors and we would like to correct those first.
Yes, so our apologies. I'll start. We said that our smallest venues that we've been to were the Black Sheep and the Oriental.
Yeah.
Correction. Brews Ale House in Pueblo, Colorado. Yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you?
What?
We just went there too. And also, I think it was the Moon Room in Denver where we saw I Fight Dragons. Those two places were a lot smaller than the Black Sheep and the Oriental. That's our bad. So can we just talk about those really quick just in case we have some accessibility people or people that are in wheelchairs that want to know about those venues?
Yeah, first of all, we should apologize to Tall Trees and I Fight Dragons for forgetting them.
Yeah, so sorry, my dog's playing with his squeaky toy. Of course, he decides to play during the podcast. So if you hear some squeaking, it's my dog. You know, we're not going to edit it out. It's just how it is. It's real life here. By the way, Story of the Year just released a song called Real Life. It's really, really great. It's called Real Life, right? That's just real life. Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry.
So Brews Ale House, we saw tall trees. Talk to me about the accessibility. Did you have a problem?
No, because we were right in front and there was a entryway to where he was playing, and then it was pretty open flooring, no bumps, no nothing, no ramps.
Not a problem.
Single level.
Yeah, not a problem. So you can go
and also not a lot of people were there either.
No, but you could go through the front. There are stairs, but the ramp is you could find it really easily. Or you can go around the back, which is what I would recommend if you are in a wheelchair. Go around the back through the restaurant. Anyway, really easy to navigate. It's a big rectangle. Go right up to the stage. Tall Trees was amazing. Again, not a lot of people there, but if you're worried about it, you can get VIP tables. So you have your own little room, not your own little room, but your own little area. But no problems there. The Moon Room, I think it was called the Moon Room, right? Or Globe Room.
Globe
Room. My bad. The Globe Room. The Moon Room is a thing, but we've never been in the Moon Room. But the Globe did not have a ramp. They had a few steps. The security guard was right outside, so he helped me carry you up those 3 steps, remember?
Yeah, they pulled out a makeshift ramp.
Yeah. So he was super cool. They helped you up through the Globe is connected to a really delicious barbecue restaurant. It was really good. But then you get into the venue and it's like a small little rectangle, totally fine. But they did bring out, like Josiah said, a like handmade ramp.
It was like metal.
Yeah, and they put it on the stairs so you could roll down. But really no problems there, but
yeah, it was a little cramped.
It was very packed. I Fight Dragons was sold out and it was fun. Anyway, and your correction.
Okay, last episode I mentioned an experience at Warped Tour 2011. And I would just like to make a small correction. Yes, I got on the side stage, not correcting that, but it was actually my brother who noticed I was getting slaughtered. Is that the right word? By crowd surfers. And he saw a crowd surfer go over my head, and he happened to know the dudes in Enter Shikari, and he pointed to the security guy on the stage, and then he pointed at me, and then he came over, the security guard did. My brother talked to the security guard about it and was like, this is unsafe for my brother. Is there any way we can get him on stage? He would like to go on stage. So it was Enter Shikari, not A Day to Remember, that invited me on stage. I just got to stay for A Day to Remember. And it was all because of my brother, who's a very kind gentleman. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. So shout out to all our bads. Another bad. It's called the Globe Hall. So today's topic is sports and how you participate in sports. You've done many sports even without your legs. Well, you have your legs, but without the use of your legs.
Yeah, baby. What do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk outside sports.
All right. So we have been hiking and skiing together, and of course we've gone camping. So my very first experience was hiking in terms of outdoor sports, and the very first hike that I ever did, and it happened to be with you, Kelly, is Mount Cutler, which is a little over 7,000 feet, so not quite a 14er, but it was my first hike. Very exciting. At this time we had my old wheelchair, Priscilla, may she rest in peace. Moment of silence, if you will. Basically, what happened is that we had some of our friends, I think it was 3 of our friends or maybe just 2, and one of them had brought over carabiners and ropes and maybe bungee cords. So he had them tied around his waist in the front. There's a front bar for the foot plates, and we hooked it up to that. And then we had someone push me from the back, and then I was wheeling manually up the mountain. Carry Madame Zeroni up the mountain. But that was really exciting, and that was the first time I've ever done that, and that was a really cool experience.
Tell me about some of the scary parts of the hike, because rolling up that by yourself, well, you weren't by yourself, but you did a lot of the manual work. You were rolling your wheelchair up this dirt mountain. Well, it's not dirt, it's a lot of rock mountain, while our friends were kind of helping pull and push you. But I want to hear from you. Was there any part of the mountain that you were a little bit nervous or scared about? Because there's a lot of cliffs. The exposure on that is pretty insane.
Yeah, my wheelchair had never done anything like that before. I have never had to navigate something like that before. So there were parts of the mountain that I couldn't do manually and that I couldn't conceivably do without dying, let's be honest, or falling to my death. I was like, this is unsafe. Either my wheelchair is tipping or like I feel uneven, my body feels uneven, the wheelchair feels uneven, and at that point I had to be carried over like some treacherous parts, which was really cool that we were all like, we're going to do this no matter what, we're going to summit, and so whatever it takes is what we're going to do. So that was really cool, but it was really definitely scary in my wheelchair, and I remember looking over the edge and I was like, if I fall, I'm going to seriously injure myself, so I have to be careful.
How did you feel when our friend picked you up out of your wheelchair and carried you across that steep rock face?
I remember thinking, like, this is going to be good, but if he falls, we're both going down. And I'm pretty sure he felt the same way.
But you made it.
I made it. I'm alive.
And I
filmed
filmed
it.
it.
Tell the story.
And I filmed
You
it.
filmed it.
So if
yes.
anybody is interested in watching that episode and how they did it, pretty cool. Pretty amazing, actually.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube on one of my old channels that I don't use anymore. Okay, so let's talk about your next hike, because you upgraded from your wheelchair. By the way, guys, his wheelchair didn't have like off-road wheels. It was just regular wheelchair wheels.
No, that was my daily.
Yeah, it's his daily wheelchair. So you upgraded after that hike. Tell us how you upgraded, how you helped build that rig to enhance your hiking experience.
Essentially, we were like, after that experience, yes, it was so exciting. Yes, it was so cool, but we can't do it like that again. Because I remember one of our friends that was with us jumping into the river because he was so sweaty. And he was like, I cannot do that again. So what we did was basically assemble some 2x4s and cut out little handhelds in the front and back. And then we basically built like a throne. Like if you imagine like a king in the olden days being carried by his servants on like a throne. So that's basically what we built. And then we got to measure it together. I was with them the entire process. So we were able to assemble like the beams on the side, 2x4s on the side. And then we had a beam across the middle, and then another beam for the seat, and the seat could rotate all the way around the rig.
Yeah. You told me you felt like a sultan.
A sultan, yeah. And we had, of course, safety first. We had a belt.
Okay, but did you wear it? Because you don't wear it on your wheelchair.
I did wear it. I did wear it on that.
On the mountain, of course.
And then I had to keep in mind like the positioning because I couldn't lean all the way back. Otherwise, I would fall backward and split my head open, get a concussion. So we did all of that. We did test runs. They picked it up without me in it, tested how it felt, and then they tested it with me in it and see like how they can adjust. And they were able to like raise one side, raise the other, all of that. And we had some PVC pipe as well. And then we were able to do 3 more hikes with that thing. It was pretty sweet. We named her UMA. Would you like to know what UMA stands for?
Please tell.
Ultimate motherfucking adventure. Because I was going to be able to do more hiking, which was really awesome. And then you filmed our first one in the wheelchair.
Yep.
And you were able to film one in UMA as well.
Mm-hmm. So you essentially, they built him this rig and he had to sit in it, and you have to distribute your weight according to the trail. So they would carry you, but that doesn't mean you're just sitting there. That means that you are working with them. You know, if there's a turn, if there's a ledge, if there's a rock face, they have to go up. You are altering your body to distribute the weight where it needs to be. So that's really cool. First of all, the fact that we have friends that went out of their way to build that with you.
For sure.
Very
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, find a trail that they would be willing to carry you.
Three
different trails, right?
Different ones.
To carry you and Uma up, because if you guys know anything about Colorado, it is very rare to find a flat trail.
Mm-hmm.
I did not carry you. My job was to take care of the dogs and film. And then there was one part at the end which was a little sketchy. If you remember, going up those rocks. Did you ever have to get out of Uma and lift yourself with your own arms up certain parts?
Not unwillingly. I did it once for the photo, but basically we were able to use Uma the whole time. What was really cool about it is we built it because we could handle like the sharper corners, the rougher terrain with Uma better than a wheelchair. I remember saying to you, like, I can still do these things, like go hiking, and I still want to do these things, and I'm just going to have to do it differently.
So that's how Josiah hikes, with a bunch of our friends that are absolutely amazing that help him do the things that he wants to do, but also it encourages us to do things as well. Because we would just be sitting at home.
Yeah, yeah, boy.
Doing nothing. Okay, so let's move on from hiking. So you might not be able to walk, but you still getting up that mountain. Talk to me about camping. Camping, because camping is tough. A lot of people don't think about how often you use your legs to camp. Setting up, first of all, driving there. Second of all, setting up a tent and your sleeping bags and hammocks and grills and all of that. Tell me how you go camping.
Well, my only experience was with you. So I think that you would have good input on this as well. And then I was very emo that day as well. And
you were.
We can get into that on a later episode.
Yeah.
That could be a different topic if you want it to be. But I was very emo, and I would say to my fellow wheelchair users who want to go camping, if you're going to have those days where you just feel like, oh man, I wish I could be helping in more of a capacity, because not that you needed help setting up, but I was like, I wish I could do more to set up the tent or like keep watch. I don't know.
Fight off the bears.
Fight off the bears and the wolves. I love camping.
Our camping story is a whole episode because my truck broke.
I was going to tell you we should go camping.
Yeah, we should. We love camping.
Right now.
It's -4 right now, so maybe not right now.
We can go whenever we want.
So we'll have to tell you our full camping story because it is wild. It is a miracle from Jesus that we made it out alive, because my truck did not want to go camping, but
no,
it didn't. We'll tell you guys about that, but I want to talk about
camping is fun.
So we got to the site and we have a truck tent and a ground tent. So Josiah was unable, I wouldn't say you were unable. You could definitely do it if you wanted to, but the truck tent, probably not.
Yeah, I just didn't know how.
The truck tent is one of those things where you have to like climb under the truck, in the truck, outside of the truck. It's not easy. You could do it, but it would take you a long time just because of your mobility. Now, I think the floor tent, like on the ground tent, I think you'd be okay. I have a really easy ground tent though. It's like literally magnetic.
Yeah, we popped it out. Yeah, I had a really good time, and I don't want to be like, oh, I couldn't set up or whatever.
That's important that you bring that up, because a lot of people, are going to get frustrated in their limited things that they can and can't do. But I have a question about camping. We went down to the lake. Remember, we had you decided you wanted to go down to the lake.
You told me, I don't know how you're going to do it.
This is like the same story that I told about frickin' Fiddler's Green. You decided you wanted to roll all the way down this frickin' hill full of snakes and all the gross stuff in there down to the lake.
See, I have a problem with authority. And so if people say, oh, you can't do that.
I didn't say you can't. I just said, I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, well, you're right. You didn't say you can't.
Because I've learned I can't tell you that you can't, because you look at me like, really? Beats? And you do it.
I just say.
You say, I want to do it. Yes, exactly. Watch me.
And so, yeah, basically, and this can be a whole other episode of like how to talk to your friend who does use a wheelchair every day. But it's just like, you said, I don't know if that's a good idea. And I said, oh.
Watch me.
Oh, really? Okay.
And you left.
I did it.
He left the campsite, and I'm like, I'm just going to watch him. And you rolled through the off-road all the way down the road. I'll have to take pictures of it and put it up for you guys, because it's not easy. And you got down to the lake.
Yeah, and we took pictures by the lake.
So camping, it's a lot easier for me to go climb trees or set up hammocks or whatever and go off. There's a bunch of hiking to the side.
And go peep.
Yeah, and go poop. Go peep. For real, dude. But I felt bad for you when we were camping, because you were kind of crawling around in the dirt, but you were like, this feels nice.
Yeah, it was soft sand, or
very
not
soft.
sand.
It was
dirt.
soft dirt, yeah.
We should talk about this.
Just keep going, yeah.
Going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Camping.
Tom, how do you go to the bathroom camping?
You can go outside and pretty easily do your thing and do
dig a hole, and a lot easy.
The position that you can get into is not a position that I can get into. So my body does this wonderful thing where it goes, oh, you're going camping. We're going to just pee instead of poop. And I think that's important, because I'm able to hold my poops in. Because my body secretly knows, and as well as my mind, they know, like, you cannot get into the proper position, if you will, to go execute said poop.
Said poop. So let me ask you something.
So I do pee more often camping.
If you had to poop, what would be your plan? Would you just sit on a stump and go for it? Because there were a lot of stumps there.
Yeah, I would probably just sit some.
So here's the thing. Listeners, I chose a spot where there was a bathroom nearby. There was a bathroom like 5-10 minutes down the road. I'm not talking like a bougie bathroom. It's not great. But I chose that for a reason, just in case. I had to think about you. Whereas if it's just me or my friends that can walk, I don't have to think about that crap. I'll go out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, because you can.
Yeah, I have to choose. I have to be thoughtful. But if we weren't, what would you do?
Yeah, I would probably dig a deeper hole. Like, I know the regulations or whatever are like 6-inch hole. I would probably dig a 9 to 10 inch, and then because I would have to sit on the dirt, and you don't have to sit. In order for me to get deep enough, I would have to dig a deeper hole and then sit on the ground. Thankfully, I have never had to do that, but that's what I would do.
So you are actually not the first wheelchair-bound person I've been camping with. Did you know that?
Yes.
You did?
No, I did not know.
Yes. No.
I did not know that.
My grandma went camping. So they brought a portable toilet. So that's an option. If you guys are willing to do all that, we were. It was not fun, but that is an option. But thankfully, you and I didn't have to deal with that.
Nope, didn't have to poop. We had a really good time.
And we saw a bear. Well, I did.
Allegedly.
I did.
We cannot confirm.
Josiah scared it off. We can confirm. I definitely saw a bear.
Confirm. We cannot confirm.
You don't believe me?
I believe you.
You stayed in the tent. You were like, nah, I'm not going to get eaten by a bear today. I was like, oh.
I'm not going to be bear food.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about one of our things. Sorry.
Also, I don't want you to get canceled. We don't say wheelchair bound anymore.
What do we say?
We say person in a wheelchair or wheelchair user.
Okay. Let's leave that in there. It's important that people know. I don't want you to get canceled. Sorry. Wheelchair bound is a no.
It's a no-go.
Okay.
There are better ways.
Wait, I just say person in a wheelchair?
Person in a wheelchair user.
Wheelchair user.
Non-disabled.
Non-disabled.
Disabled versus non-disabled. Versus able-bodied.
Why is that offensive?
It's just what the community says to say. Because it's a better descriptor word because it describes like wheelchair bound seems like you are like confined to it. And wheelchair user has a connotation.
Oh, my grandmother was though. She couldn't move.
Mobility.
So does that make a difference? She couldn't move at all. She wasn't like you where you just like hulk out of your wheelchair and walk on your arms. Is that still bad?
I would say yes. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wheelchair user. My grandmother was a wheelchair user and confined to her wheelchair. Is that okay? Can I say that?
You said it. I think so.
Okay.
We just don't want it to have a negative connotation of like we are bound to this wheelchair. We are nothing without our wheelchair. Our wheelchairs provide independence and mobility.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But the wheelchair provided mobility.
Yeah.
Not like it's not a prison to be in a wheelchair.
Okay. Ooh, good point. I like that. Not a prison.
And that is another episode.
See, this is the stuff that we're going to go through.
Shit.
Sorry for all those people that I offended. I just don't know. I'm just ignorant. Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, ignorant's not a bad thing, is it?
Don't say that about yourself.
Okay. Okay, my apologies. Let's talk about the skiing.
Okay, here's the thing. Skiing is incredible. Skiing is awesome. Here's how we did it. Is it called Breckenridge Mountain Ski Resort?
I just call it Breck.
Breck? Okay, it's Breck. Okay, and then they have an adaptive skiing program called Breckenridge Outdoor Education Center. And they have a bunch of adaptive skis. And basically what it is like is that it's a snowmobile situation where you're sitting in it and you are able to control it with side sticks. Or do you call them sticks?
They're called poles.
Poles?
Wait, you were in a snowmobile?
It's like a snowmobile situation where you sit in it and you're pretty strapped in there.
Okay, I'm thinking of like the motorized snowmobile. I think that's what most people would think of when they hear the word snowmobile.
Then it's not a snowmobile.
It's not a snowmobile. It's
a sit ski.
It's like a sled. It's a sit sled.
It's a sled. But
with some sticks.
With some sticks. And basically you have a mono ski choice or a choice of a dual ski on the bottom. I always go dual ski. It's a little more aerodynamic, if I can use that word. Ooh. And then I have poles that I strap to my wrists. And then we have basically a skier behind me who serves as my instructor. And he's able to tell me where to go, how to navigate this. So he'll go like left turn or right turn or like how we just navigate the mountain. But he was saying like my first couple of runs, he was really leaning and controlling where I go. But my other couple of runs, he was not. And I was able to... Oh, that's going to sound really bad. But go...
You do it every podcast.
Right. But I'm able to go left and right. And we have videos of it. It's pretty awesome.
So the way Josiah skis, let me sum it up for those of you that don't understand. So he has somebody behind him, strapped to him with ropes. And then on top of that, we have another guide. So when I went with you, there was 2 people helping to guide. A volunteer, actually. He was super cool. A volunteer was helping you guide. Also, he was keeping people away from you because you need space. And the person that is attached to you tells you left, right. You know, he kind of guides you a little bit, right? Am I correct so far? Okay. Talk to me about getting on and off a lift? Because I think people are going to be interested about that.
Okay, so it's called slow pull. So the instructor and the volunteer guide will go up to the lift instructor and say, "Can I get a slow pull and a lift up?" And they'll have me in the skid ski. They'll lift me up, and then there's buckles in the back of the ski, and they'll buckle me up into the lift, and they'll huft me all the way back. So I'm in the back of the lift all the way, as secure as I can be. And then they hold on both sides. And then the slow pull means, can you slow the lift down? So it takes them some time.
Okay, so essentially they slow down the lift. You're still strapped to the ski.
Mm-hmm.
And they buckle you in the chair. And then Lifty at the bottom tells the Lifty at the top, "Hey fam, we've got a person in a wheelchair." Oh, well, they're not in a wheelchair, but you know what I'm saying.
An adaptive skier.
And they slow down the lift once you get to the top. They unbuckle you, and you're good to go right after you get off the lift.
And
right?
I'm going like, let's hit some blues. We hit some greens my first time skiing, but when I was skiing with you, we hit some blues, and that was really cool. As much as skiing is a wonderful thing, I love to do it. I'm in a position where I am skiing where my back is like bent. So,
It hurts you.
I'm
next day.
very much in pain.
Yeah, but you fly. You fly down those
But I
mountains.
fly down the mountains.
He be going 1 billion miles an hour. So skiing here in Colorado, they do have an adaptive program. I think it only covers
Breck, Keystone, and Copper.
We went to Copper last year. That's actually amazing that those people do that for you, because it's something that everybody should experience if they want to ski. It is cold. Just be aware.
You want to talk about trampolines?
Trampolines. Tell me about trampolines.
Trampolines. Growing up, trampolines. I love trampolines. First of all, I just bounce on my hands and knees, and it's incredible. I love them so much. You jump on your legs. I jump on my hands and knees.
Why do you love them so much? Because you feel like you're flying, or
because
you feel
I
free?
feel like I'm flying.
Sweet.
Let's talk about bowling.
Bowling. Do you like bowling?
I do.
Oh my god.
I get strikes every time.
You liar. I don't believe you.
I'm a beast.
I literally don't believe you.
Watch the video.
I don't.
One
What
of
video?
our friends has the video.
Show me.
I swear to God.
Do you use bumpers?
Nope.
Do you use the little thing where you put the ball on the thing? You liar.
I used the little lip.
That's cheating.
I was not cheating.
That's cheating. Of course you're gonna get a strike. It goes straight.
Okay, we can move on.
No. Okay, tell me about bowling. Sorry, I just like to give you crap.
You know what? They have the little ramp down thing where you place the bowl of nachos on the little contraption that they have, and then you have to center the contraption in the middle of the lane, and then you have to get the right amount of push, otherwise it's going into the gutter. Okay, it is a skill. It's a skill.
I believe you. I suck at bowling. I have no room to talk. So you bowl with the little ramp thing.
Sometimes I bowl with the little ramp thing. Other times I get like a rolling start, and then I go yeet off of my lap. I have the ball on my lap.
Oh, yeah.
And then I go yeet. But two things about it is, one, it rolls down and hits my knees and hurts my knees. Two,
Ouch.
It hits the lane.
Wait. You can feel your knees, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's less sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
Less so on your end. Like, you can probably feel your lower half of your body, your legs, your knees, your calves, or whatever, more than I can. I have a slight delayed reaction, but I can still feel them. It's less than you can.
Treat you better than he can. That's what you just reminded me of, that song. You know? Shawn
Shout
Mendes.
out Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes.
Ooh,
Did you like
was
that?
Unexpected.
Did you
Ooh.
like that?
I kind of like that.
Okay.
And
So
then-
you are a strike after strike after strike bowler.
No, so usually I hit 1 or 2 pins. Let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Dang. You said check the video. There ain't no video.
I know there's a video of me striking though. No cap.
I believe
Or
you.
I might have hit 9 pins.
Which is it?
Close enough.
1 pin, 2 pin,
Close
3 pin,
enough.
blue pin, red pin, goldfish, bluefish.
Close enough. So usually when I'm pushing it off my lap, it hits my knees, which slows it down, and then it hits the lane, crack, smack, and then it slows it
Crack,
down.
snap, go, crack. What is it? Rice Krispies?
Crack, snackle, pop. What?
What is this freaking thing from Rice Krispies? Like the cereal. Snap, crackle, pop. Snap, crackle. I can't even say it.
Listeners, let us know.
Snap.
What is
cracker,
Cracker?
Cracker Barrel. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Bowling is boring. I don't really like
Rest in
bowling.
peace.
Do you like bowling?
No, but
This
I used to
conversation's
work. I
boring
used to
me.
work at a bowling alley.
You
Okay,
did?
let's move on.
You
Yeah,
did?
That was my first job.
I didn't know that. Dang. So essentially, you don't have to get the bowling shoes.
Yeah.
You just wear
I don't
your
have to pay
Mulan
rent.
shoes or no shoes at all because you don't like to wear shoes.
We're not going to talk about my personal life.
I mean, that's what this whole podcast is about.
Okay,
is your personal.
Let's move on.
All right.
Let's talk about
You and me. Oh, iFly. For those of you that don't know what iFly is, it is an indoor skydiving facility.
the people at the front desk, very kind workers of iFly. I say, obviously, look at me. I'm in a wheelchair. Can I do this?
To be fair, we called ahead just to make sure it was accessible for you because remember. Oh, I thought we told you that. He's crying. He's being emotional over here.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. We called ahead and we were like, hey, can people that are in wheelchairs or disabled do this? And they were like, of course. Are you crying?
No.
Oh my God, he's crying.
Well, nobody told me they called ahead.
Yeah, of course we called ahead.
How did they know I was coming?
We told them you weren't going to deny hanging out with your best friends.
The person who invited me last minute.
You had 4 people invite you.
No.
Anyway,
Apparently, they called ahead.
apparently.
But what I was going to say is like they just needed 2 instructors. So they got me in the suit, they got me in the helmet, they got me in the goggles, they got me in all the gear. My legs go up. They're unable to straighten all the way because of my cerebral palsy, but they were able to work with that and they were able to be like, okay, so you can't do this with your body. Just flatten your arms out the way that you can so your weight is distributed more evenly. And then they had 2 instructors instead of one on each side. And I was able to do it that way because they were able to, like, if I was drifting left or right, they were able to shift and accommodate me. And so I was able to go indoor skydiving, baby.
Yeah, and they gave you special privileges and they took
Did
you.
they?
Yeah, because did they do this for anybody else? No. Here's another wheelchair perk. They decided to take Josiah all the way high to the top of the tunnel, which was insanely amazing to see you do that. That was so cool.
See, was it me being in a wheelchair or me
Yes.
being the only one who could do it?
Oh! So that was really cool. So Josiah is able to indoor skydive. Would you ever do real skydiving?
Hell no!
Why?
I ain't trying to die.
Okay, you'll hike a mountain, but you won't freaking skydive.
I'm gonna do
Okay.
skydiving
All right.
for real.
All
Are
right.
you gonna do skydiving?
Bet.
For real? Bet.
Is that what the cool kids say? The youngins say? Bet.
No, I think it's slime.
Slime?
I think they're saying slime.
What the heck does slime mean?
I don't know.
Slime?
But
Dude,
it's just
slime is like
that's slime.
Oh, that reminds me of just like Nickelodeon
Or
slime
hey
time.
slime. No, I think it's an actual thing. A slang term now. Little kids. Gen Zers. Let us know if that's a thing. Little kids. If you say slime.
Gen Zs are adults now. What's after Gen Z? A? Are they just restarting over?
I think it's alpha.
Alpha. Ooh, I like that. Alpha. I don't know. Millennials sound pretty cool. I'm glad I'm a millennial. You're not?
I think I am.
You are a
I'm the
millennial.
last year though.
Yeah, you're a baby millennial.
I'm a baby. I feel really close to Gen Z.
You are
'Cause
kinda
I'm
Gen
very
Z.
close
You're
to
more
Gen
Gen
Z.
Z-ish than millennial.
No way.
Yeah, you are.
No way.
Okay. Anyway, so iFly. Thank you guys. You're amazing.
iFly. Shout out. What else we got to do?
And you're not afraid of heights.
No.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna.
if you're in a wheelchair and you're afraid of heights, probably not a good idea for you to go to iFly because
Probably not.
they'll take you all the way up. I'm all the way up.
All the way up.
So that's pretty cool. So hiking, camping, skiing, bowling, iFly. Let's go into water sports because I feel like I hate the water, but you like the water.
Ask me the question.
Ooh.
Ask me the question.
Wait, what question am I supposed to ask?
How do you swim, Josiah?
Oh, yes. That was actually on my notes right here. See, per verbatim. How do you swim, Sir Josiah?
You see, when I was made, when I graced this earth with my presence, it was decided that I would not be able to use my legs in a walking manner. However, in exchange...
Where is this going? Sorry.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I was gifted with double the upper body strength, baby. Let's go. So,
True.
You may think that I cannot swim. No way, because I use a wheelchair. I can't even use my legs on the land. How could I use them in the water? Well, guess what, baby? I can use them in the water. Did you know that?
Yeah, I went swimming with you.
Yeah. So I can move them. I don't want to call it kicking because it's not really kicking, but it's moving them in the water, and that helps stabilize. But what helps me propel is my arms.
Josiah is secretly a merman.
My arms. I love the water too. You do not.
I hate the water, but we went swimming at the... What was that place called? It was like super super fancy.
Are we gonna say the spot? I know
Yeah.
the spot. It was called the Gaylord.
The Gaylord. That place was dope. We got to go back. We got to save like our whole freaking life's worth to go back, though. It's
Also,
expensive.
Gaylord. Actually, hold on, Kelly. Can you sponsor us?
Gaylord. Shout out Gaylord.
Boom!
So the pool that we went in actually was very nice because there was a bunch of ramps, right? I didn't have to just yeet you in the pool. I was able to roll you down as close to the water.
The edge. Yep.
Which was really cool. And then we raced in the water.
You got scared because I
did.
I yeeted myself out.
You did.
And it was just like plop.
Yep. He did not care. I cared. You did not
This
care.
is the water.
So yeah, swimming, Josiah's upper body just destroys. He just is swimming laps around everybody, which is kind of nice. I was nervous the whole time. I stayed really close to you because I didn't want you to drown. And you couldn't. You're like, let's go in the 6 feet. I'm 6 feet tall. I can touch the bottom. Let me go to this 9 foot. I'm like, no, fam. Like, and you wanted to, and so we did. Because again, I can't tell you. You can't.
Okay, we should clarify. I'm not a very fast swimmer. I'm just a very powerful swimmer.
True.
I'm powerful. Okay.
Your endurance is insane.
I cannot beat anybody in a what's that called? A relay? A meter? What does Michael Phelps do?
I don't know. A freaking race?
A freaking race. Okay. So if my other fellow wheelchair users, disabled people out there, you're probably not going to be able to go Michael Phelps fast, but you got some power in those arms, baby.
Hopefully you do.
I know you do.
Yeah. So swimming is fun. We like the hot tub. It relaxes his muscles because he's using his upper body all the time. So
yes,
having a hot tub with really intense jets helps him kind of relax. Then we actually got a massage afterwards because...
A massage.
It's just part of our podcast now. I don't even have to explain our weird little language. So anyway... and I feel like the water, and tell me if this is the same for you, but the water naturally, of course, like lifts up some of your weight. So you're really, really light. Mm-hmm. How does that feel for you?
It feels
because you can probably, some areas you could probably put your feet on the pool floor and feel like you're walking.
Yeah, because I am.
You are walking.
It does lighten the weight. And so I'm able to like swim and propel myself because I'm able to get like straightened on my stomach, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm able to shift my body.
And you did a handstand.
Baby. I can do handstands in real life and in water.
Oh,
on land, not in real life. On land.
It's just real life. We're just a huge promo for Story of the Year here.
Listen to their new album.
Anyway,
what's their new album called?
They have. I don't think they've released
Take the
it yet.
Ride.
No, that's a song.
Take Me Home. Country Road. What is it called?
I don't know. I don't know if they've released it yet. The name.
It is.
The name?
It is released.
The name?
We're going to have to look this up.
All right. Anyway, moving on.
No, we need to.
You want to look it up right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay.
Promo.
Free promo, Story of the Year. What is your album called? Let me just DM them really quick. See if they respond. Oh, Tear Me to Pieces.
Tomato pieces.
Dude, that rescue me. Okay.
That song slaps.
Oh, I was like,
And they
you
have
don't like
another
it?
song called War.
Yeah.
Also.
Whoa. It's a good one. Okay. Thank you. Story of the year. Talk to me about canoeing. I did not know you've been canoeing.
See the line with it.
Were you about to break out in song?
Yeah, the Moana song. Okay.
All right, so we're just turning this episode into a musical between Story of the Year, Moana, and Shawn Mendes. So
I need to restart.
What are you doing?
I'm looking up the lyrics.
Oh, okay, that's
So
fair.
I'm gonna get them. See the line where the sky meets the sea. It's calling. Shout out to Moana.
Did you sing that when you were canoeing?
Yes.
Oh my.
Okay, we need to end this.
That's so great.
So, canoeing was an experience where I could not go by myself. I had to go in a tandem canoe. The reason is because I could not shift my body properly to distribute my weight so that the canoe would not tip over and I would fall into the water. So another person was willing and able to go with me, and we did a tandem canoe in Washington, which was really awesome. And he was able to like correct my body positioning with his. So if I would go right, he would go left, just to balance that out. And that's how I was able to go canoeing, because you know, and I know, like my upper body strength is able to propel myself with the oars in the water, but I'm unable to get like my body positioning in a way where it stays stable and doesn't wobble. And then there's a potential for me to fall into the water. And even though I have my life jacket on, it's still like, I don't want to mess with that. If you have a disability but still want to go canoeing, I would recommend a tandem canoe. How lucky have I been to do all of these things?
Did you just realize that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool.
We just talked about skiing, hiking, indoor skydiving, trampolines, indoor canoeing, swimming, all of that jazz.
So if you were to fall over, are you strapped in that canoe? What would you do?
That's where the other person comes in as well.
Yeah, so it's best to have somebody with you.
But I've been blessed.
Too blessed to be stressed.
Too blessing to be stressing.
How's
Yeah,
your
baby.
How did your back feel after that, though?
Okay, we're gonna do an episode about chronic pain, because guess what, Kels? One in two people with cerebral palsy experience chronic pain. And so I think we need to talk about that. And then if you're going to do all these activities while you have a disability of some sort, whether it be CP or muscular dystrophy or whatever, it's important to keep in mind that if your body is in a specific position for too long, you are going to be hurt. So I feel like we should save the pain episode for another time. However, I was in pain after skiing. I was in pain after hiking.
Yeah.
And I was in pain after canoeing.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to say, like, I have been blessed. I have been able to do all these things, and it's incredible. And I just have a very fulfilling life, even with my disability. I'm very blessed. I have very incredible people in my life.
If you are in a wheelchair, or maybe you're not in a wheelchair and you have CP or another disability, find the right people to help you do the things that you want to do. Because
you will be unstoppable.
Yeah.
I kid you not. One of the things that I want to do is like, we are going to limit less because you are limitless.
Ooh. It's like Aristotle over here.
I know. I keep coming back to that for real.
No, it's true. And again, find the right people that want to do these things with you, not only for you, but with you. They want to experience it with you, because it's not easy carrying you up a mountain. It's not easy building those rigs. Sometimes it tests my patience doing the things that we do, and I've gotten a lot more patient because of our relationship, but those things are important. So surround yourself with people that want to help you do those things, but also be with you during those things.
I have a question for you.
Oh, no.
Were you like get a burst of happiness
During what?
seeing me doing all these things that we just mentioned?
Absolutely.
Because
It's
most
fun.
of it was with you.
Yeah, I loved everything that we've done. Even when you got emo at camping, I understood where you were coming from it, and it also showed me how much you cared and wanted to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I had a ton of fun, and I did shed a tear at iFly, although I will never probably go bowling with you because I hate bowling. So
We're going bowling tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm free tomorrow. As we end, if you could play one sport that you have not played, which sport would you choose?
In the words of Kawhi Leonard, I'm a fun guy. I love the game of basketball. You're just going to have to ask me better questions. That's what he said during an interview, and then he started laughing. But the answer is basketball. I love the game of basketball. It's my favorite sport, and there are like leagues that I can be invited into, but I don't want to play like competitively, and I don't want to be in a league. If there are pickup games, I'm definitely interested. I can play point usually.
I feel like you'd be traveling everywhere and double dribbling.
Goodbye, everyone.
Actually, your feet don't touch the ground, so maybe you're not traveling.
Yeah, beats.
Hey, so let's make a deal. Let's make a live deal here on this podcast. Okay, this summer, let's get all of our friends, our non-athletic friends, and play basketball at a park. So you and me on a team versus all of our non-athletic friends.
Who are we talking about?
Our non-athletic friends. We have like 3 friends.
Yeah, we have more friends. All of you listeners are friends.
So let's do that. Let's play some pickup basketball. I know it's not what you will have in mind, but let's do it.
You and me?
Yeah.
That would be unfair.
I know. We'd win.
You know what? Honestly, I would hit him with the Kareem hook shot.
Ooh.
Hello.
You could do the fadeaway. I'll pull you back as you're shooting.
Jamal Murray blue arrow. Something burning.
Something's burning, so we gotta go. Anyway.
Okay, bye.
Are we ending it right there?
Yeah.
All right, go listen to Story of the Year's new album.
That's just real life. Thank you for listening to the Roller and the Stroller podcast. We're rolling out.
This is a Sidewall Studios production.
Boom! Oh, we should keep that moving.